So before we start this, I just want to let you know that I will be making a separate video for ranking segments. But for this video, I'm going to be ranking the films. So without further ado, let's do it. So with the recent release of VHS Halloween, I decided I would start to binge watch all of the others, including VHS Halloween. Now I have finished all of them today. Last one to watch was Viral. So now that I have finished them, I'm going to rank all of them. This is my own opinion, so don't attack me for it. There might be some hot takes, but this is my opinion, so deal with it. But anyways, here's the last spot at number 8. I think, yeah, there's 8. Well, what a surprise, he puts VHS Viral last. Well, there's nothing I can really say. I just don't like this film. Like, I like all of these films, except for Viral. I think there was like only one segment that was good, which was Paranormal Monsters, and I guess the chase was okay. The rest, I think there was only 4. It was just so shit. I really didn't like this film, and it really disappoints me because I wanted to say that I liked this film because everyone hated it, and I was hoping I would like it, but I just really didn't. So here's the segment ranking, and yeah. So now that we're done with Viral, we're in good film territory, which basically means that any film from here on out is decent at least. So VHS 99 I liked, but this is what I think with most films that are lower. They just don't care compared to the good ones, because the good ones are probably like my favourite films of all time. Apart from like Rec, I like found footage. 99, I think the segment most of the segments are decent, but I think there's like 1 or 2 segments that are just like pretty meh. I wasn't too bothered about the band segment, like the zombie band segment. I think Ozzy's Dungeon is fucking weird, but that is good in my book. Whatever the segment is called with where they get buried alive, whatever that segment's called, is decent, but the monster looks a bit goofy. To Hell and Back is pretty cool, and what was it? There's a segment. I just can't think of it. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. The Gawkers, got it. Medusa one, really cool. That's probably I'd say my favourite is either Ozzy's Dungeon or that one, Gawkers. So here's segment ranking, cool film. This is a very hot take, which I think there's probably going to be quite a bit of agreements with. But apart from Slave Haven and A Ride in the Park, I didn't really find anything else from this film too special. This is so bad because Safe Haven is so good, and A Ride in the Park is also really just a cool segment in general. But like I said, apart from that, I just never really found it too interesting, apart from those 2 segments. So this is going to be a pretty short one because I've not really much to say. Here's the segment ranking. VHS 85 is a solid film and a solid entry to this franchise. I don't really think there's anything wrong. I think there's segments that aren't as good as like other segments from the film, but to be honest, there's nothing really bad about this film. Once again, I've nothing to really say about this film. I think God of Death is good, and Dreamkiller is good, but here's segment ranking. This kind of upsets me to put as my least favourite. Not what am I on about least favourite? Only 4 because I love this first film so much. But it's like I said with 9-9, it just doesn't compare to the one above it. Now, actually, speaking of that, it's really hard. I'll probably change my opinion about this over and over again. But between this film and the next film, I can never decide which one I like more. But I'm going to stick with this one for now. I think VHS is a really good film. Obviously, Amateur Night is crazy good. I like Tuesday the 17th. Sick Thing Happened to Emily's fine. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Segment ranking, yeah. This film is contender for one of the weirdest films I've ever watched. And once again, in my book, weird is good. So this film was extremely cool. I like Halloween films, especially how they do it with this, in this film. I don't know any of the segments' names. I know Home Horn and that's it. I don't remember any of the others. So I just have to look up the names and remind myself which are which when I do segment ranking. But yeah, I think this is very consistently good. And I know Diet Phantasma. I think this is very consistently good, which is something that I would like in other things like VHS2, Safe Haven and Rise is good, but the others or whatever. Anyway, segment ranking, here you go. VHS Beyond is a film that surprised me. I thought I wouldn't like it, but boy was I proven wrong. I love this film. I think all the segments are... Would I say all? Okay, right. I'm just going to say, most of the segments are like really, really good. To be honest, I just don't really know what to say. I guess in Let Live, whatever it's called, the like skydiving one, the aliens do look a bit goofy. The CGI isn't great, but I don't really care about CGI. Look at Viral. So I'm just gonna say segment ranking. Bye bye. Now, before we go on to number 1, I'd like to say that I will be going in a lot more in depth to the segments and my opinion on them when I do a segment ranking. Instead of where I put them segments against each other instead of against each other in only one film. You know what I mean? The segment is ranked instead of the film. Also, I will not be including Kids vs. Aliens or Siren in this ranking, so... I'll talk about... I haven't even watched them, so I'll talk about them a different time. Anyways, here's number 1. My opinion for this film has changed. I used to think this film was like whatever, but now I rewatched it and I was like, holy shit, this is like probably my favourite film, apart from Wreck. So, yeah, VHS 9.4 I think is just amazing. Ratma is obviously like the standout. Everyone thing is what everyone thinks of when they hear of VHS 9.4. I think almost all of these segments are good at least. I think Terror's a bit whatever, but even then it's like not that bad. But yeah, Ratma obviously, Storm Jane, Empty Wake. I forgot what it was, but then I realised what it was. It gives me Paranormal Activity vibes, and I like that because I like Paranormal Activity, which I'll do a ranking video on after I've watched Next of Kin, because that's the only one I haven't seen. I might need to rewatch the others though, because I haven't watched them in a very long time. Yeah, I think all of the and I love the subject. That grew on me. I used to not really care about the subject, but now it's like really good to me. So here's the segment ranking, and yeah, there's my VHS ranking. So there was my full ranking on the VHS series. I hope you enjoyed. So here is the official ranking. And also here is the ranking for the covers. Well, there is my full ranking on every VHS film apart from Kids vs Aliens and Siren. I would do those at a different time. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you agree with me or not. And I'll see you next time. Bye!